Hello, my name is Kelly Matson, a member of Activate Phoenixville Area, which is a community wellness coalition focused on getting people in our community to live healthier lifestyles. We are excited to share with you once again the voices of Activate Phoenixville Area Community Wellness Champions. This is a very special message close to the hearts of the Phoenixville Area High School community. Coming off of our own very successful Minithon, we are so thrilled to now participate in Phoenixville Walks Coast to Coast. Stay tuned to learn more about this community initiative you will want to be a part of. We will hear from the student leaders of Minithon and the organizers of Phoenixville Walks Coast to Coast at Activate Phoenixville Area to tell us how we can all get involved in fighting childhood cancer, getting more active, and building community one step at a time.
Hello, I'm Shannon Mann, and welcome to another episode of Activate Phoenixville Area Presents Community Wellness Champions. I'm really excited today to be here with my coworker, colleague, partner, and friend, Kim Lashanik. We're here today to talk to you guys and to share with you a really exciting community initiative. One of the reasons Kim and I both work with Activate Phoenixville is because we think that this is one of the most special towns in the world, a really unique, special place to live. It's unique in a way that we just feel it in our hearts, and we live here because people care about connecting with each other. And between the fact that the other people in the community have huge hearts, the fact it's a walkable town, and people just care so much, has made us realize that it's primed to be a place where we can do a community initiative where people can work together to work for a common cause. A few months ago, we had a conversation with a gentleman named Norman Horn, who's walking across the country from California to New Jersey, and it's called Coast to Coast for the Kids. He's a Phoenixville native, and he's raising money and awareness for pediatric cancer. We have joined forces with Norm through Activate Phoenixville Area. And at Activate, we talk about being a community gym where everyone's in. Everyone gets a free lifetime membership, because we can all do something that's healthy and we can all be part of something where we work together. So Kim is here to talk to us about how Phoenixville can all rally to join forces and come together and form teams to fight pediatric cancer. So welcome, Kim.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
We're glad to have you.
Yeah.
So talk to us a little bit about Phoenixville Walks Coast to Coast. What exactly is it and how did it get started?
So probably June last year, Norman Horn, who is one of our community members, told me that he was going to be walking across the country for pediatric cancer. And at first I said he was crazy. What do you mean walking across the country? That's really quite a huge journey, and he said it's something he always wanted to do, and he wanted to raise money for those fighting pediatric cancer. So knowing what we do with Activate, trying to get people to become more aware of their health and their wellness just through really basic fitness, we decided to have a conversation with him about how can we kind of support what he's doing and turn it into a health initiative for Phoenixville. Mm-hmm. So we came up with the concept of walking with him, but within Phoenixville. So it's a really simple concept of us all walking consciously and taking the steps that he's taking. Now, his journey is 3,200 miles from San Francisco, California, all the way to the Jersey Shore. And it's going to take him 7 months. It's going to be over 7 million steps. So the concept was that we all walk with him, we wear a pedometer, and we track our steps. So it's a really great way for people to get active in the community, to support someone who's doing something so big, but also be part of it on a local level where we can all walk together, have like a friendly competition within our little teams, which I'll talk to you about, and raise money and awareness for those fighting pediatric cancer. So it's kind of a win-win on all levels.
So it's an initiative that builds community, gets people moving and active, and fights pediatric cancer all in one.
Right.
Sounds like a win-win to me.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Okay.
What do you do?
Fantastic. So what we've done is I have an example of what one of our walking kits look like. This is the Phoenixville Walks Coast to Coast kit, and we are presenting the project, but we were really lucky to have Pfizer sponsor this health initiative because they are such an amazing pharmaceutical company, and they really pride themselves in really fostering a healthier lifestyle within the communities. So when we came to them with our project, they were really happy to give us the sponsorship money to make this actually happen. So it's very basic. You sign up a team of 5 on our website, Activate Phoenixville, or Coast to Coast for the Kids. And inside each kit, there are supplies for up to 5 people. We have a how-to user's guide.
Lovely.
Yes. We have...
Designed by Phoenixville native Laura Taylor as well.
Yes, very grateful for all of her creativity. She's been amazing with helping us.
Graphic design expert and guru.
Yeah, and since we're walking, everybody gets yellow shoelaces.
Okay.
A set for the 5 people on your team.
What's the significance of the color, Kim?
So yellow, as you can see, we have yellow shoelaces and a yellow backpack. Yellow is the color for pediatric cancer. So it's kind of fun to see if you see people walking around the community with yellow shoelaces, you know that they're walking with Norm, but they're also walking to become healthier and to help fight pediatric cancer.
Okay.
So it's a really identifiable, bright
you
color.
You cannot miss this, folks. If you're wearing this through your neighborhood, you gotta stand up and be proud.
And then everyone else also gets a Coast to Coast for the Kids silicone bracelet, which is the nonprofit organization that Norman has started. And then there's also a pedometer in here for everyone as well. And they're super easy. They just click onto your pants. You open it up. I will be able to open this.
You can do it.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And, you know, they're really easy. You hit the reset button, you put it on every day, you close it up, and you track your steps.
Okay.
And the point is, every day, what comes in the kit is our how-to, and we will also have a log. So every member that's on the team just writes down at the end of the day how many steps they actually walk. Now, we're not saying to people, you have to walk 10 miles a day now, but people just have no idea how much they're actually walking a day.
Right.
We put together some rough numbers. You'd have to walk maybe 4 miles a day to hit your miles at the end of this for the 7 months, but most people walk that just from getting out of bed in the morning to doing their full day routine. At the end of the day, they're probably up to 4 or 5 miles anyway.
Okay.
But the fun thing about this is I wear a pedometer, I wear a wrist pedometer, and I upload it every night, and I track myself because you can become a little more competitive with yourself.
Yeah.
And it really does encourage you to be accountable for how much you're actually moving.
Excellent.
So we're coming out of the worst winter ever. Everybody's feeling very sedentary and ready to be outside.
Yes.
So this is a wonderful opportunity for people to, take part in something that can really have this beautiful ripple effect in the community. I would love to see this in organizations, in schools, in businesses, and neighborhoods. It would be really fun to say to your friends at work, like, hey, do you want to chip in with me? It's only a $50 donation for the 5 of us. Let's all do this. Let's wear a pedometer. Let's track our steps. Let's get healthy. Let's, stand behind this big initiative that's happening. And I just feel like this ripple effect's going to happen where this pedometer could mean so much to someone's life. It could be the first step they actually can say, I'm taking charge of my health. Some people just are afraid. They don't know what to do. There's a lot of people that belong to the YMCA in our community, which is phenomenal. They're one of our very special partners, and we love what they do for the community, but sometimes people don't have access to the YMCA or the money to join it. So this is a way for people to literally take their first steps towards their health.
Yes.
And it could be a way for someone to get healthier in terms of lose weight, feel better. It could be, the reason someone actually can come off of a medication because they're actually moving again. And it's such a simple concept.
Absolutely.
And that's what this project is. It's just simplicity. We can all walk, so why not do it intentionally and together?
Right.
And motivate each other and ignite our community to be this really special place like no other.
Exactly.
Yeah, and we're so lucky because Norman is from here. Our organization is about Phoenixville. It's a grassroots that came together and blended so beautifully.
Right.
And that's where the project
That's where it starts.
starts, yeah.
So I'm envisioning if people are walking down the streets and you go into neighborhoods and you go across the town and you see people wearing these shoelaces and these lovely wristbands and your pedometer, we need to talk to each other, don't we? We need to.
Yes. Yeah.
Should there be a secret handshake? I'm wondering
Yeah,
that we
that would be really fun.
Announce or launch here.
That would be really neat. I know because
Exactly.
you had the opportunity to talk to the senior center.
I did. And they were so fired up.
Yeah.
I was so impressed with, thanks for mentioning that. I was so impressed with the seniors who are so active. And if they can do it, goodness, anybody can, because some of them are not able to move around as easily as others of us, and they're walking miles and miles a day, and they're thrilled. And I know we've got our high school student friends here, our senior friends. We've got a huge age range of people who are wanting to come together all to join this. And like you said, you don't need any money. All you need to be able to do is put one foot in front of the other. And even in the seniors' case, a few of them who are not able to move very easily are going to put a pedometer on their rocking chair, and they're going to rock. And they're going to record those steps from a rocking chair. So they really, we're only limited by our imagination, which is really cool.
The other neat thing about this project is it would be really wonderful if we could kind of turn back time. I grew up in the 70s and the 80s, and there was really 3 TV stations to watch, no computers. People were outside all the time. People were moving, and people knew each other. They knew their neighbors. They knew everybody in their neighborhood. Kids were on their bikes. They were out. And I love technology. I mean, I'm somewhat of a slave to it. We're all on our phones and our computers, and it's a great way to stay connected. But sometimes we just have to unplug and just go back to the basics of, let's go outside. Let's know who lives in our community. Let's interact with each other. And unfortunately, our schedules are so busy. Like, kids are in school all day long, and then they go to sports or music or some other activity, and they're not getting home till 8 o'clock at night. Young kids. So people are more shut in than they are outside connecting to one another. And this is just an opportunity for people to kind of unplug, go outside, and participate in something together. And it would be wonderful with all the neighborhoods we have in Phoenixville. Phoenixville's so big in terms of neighborhoods and just places where people can walk, around the parks and the downtown. And I mean, it lends itself really well to do an event like this that people can probably start. Like, we would love to have neighborhood captains that would say, well, I'll put together certain nights of the week where if you want to come walk, a bunch of us are just going to walk together. I mean, we have Valley Forge Park. So all together and talk and walk. I mean, as young moms at one point, it was like my saving grace to put the baby in the stroller and get out with a couple of my neighbors, because I needed that therapy, that really nice connection with the people around me. So I see this as a ripple effect, as a way for people to really connect again.
Tear down walls between people, get them all uniting over this common, beautiful cause that's going to transform our whole town. It's beautiful. I love it. Now tell me again, how do you register and sign up to participate?
So if you'd like to participate, there's 2 ways to register. You can register on our website, which is activate.phoenixvillearea.org. And as soon as you go on our website, there's a registration link that takes you right in. There's also registration up on Norman's website, which is coasttocoastftk.com. So there's 2 different places for people to go in and register. It's very simple. You go in, you register your team, you make a $50 donation, and we have dates on the registration where you can actually come into the YMCA and pick up your kit. If you don't want it shipped to you, it just helps with the cost of the project.
Or we
can send it out.
And all of the proceeds, because Pfizer so generously donated the kit, where does all the money go to?
So all the funds that are raised from the money, from the $50 per kit, goes directly to the 4 Diamonds Fund. Which is also the money that's raised through Thon and Minithon.
Excellent, good. That's great to know that my $50 or $10 a person, I guess, since the kit has enough supplies for 5 people. Now, what if I don't have 5 people on my team? What do you think I should do?
Yeah, that's something we've talked about. I think, if you can still participate. We can figure a way out if people want to do this and they don't have enough people to form a team. We can still get them the supplies that they need to do this on their own. If they would like,
Don't let that hold you back from
if they still want all the pieces and they don't want to buy a full kit, we can definitely work with those people that want to, be part.
Great. Well, excellent, Kim. It was so great to talk to you. Thank you so much for coming in and sharing this project with us. I'm really excited to be part of it myself, too. In the meantime, we have our friends here at Phoenixville Area High School who have been part of the Minithon project, who have done an tremendous job with what they've done, also raising money for the Four Diamonds Fund. We'd like to take a moment to bring them in, so we'll take a break here and bring our Minithon leader friends over.
Great.
Thanks.
Thank you.
This is our place, where guys rule and little sisters don't. We get to make things and catch stuff. Where mud is meant to be shared. This is scouting. Scouts meet here. Adventures to remember, words to live by. Be a scout.
In the same way that Kim and I were just talking about tearing down walls and all coming together to form a community through our Phoenixville Walks Coast to Coast initiative, we have that personified through the Minithon group here, and we're so lucky and fortunate to have the two leaders of Minithon with us today. So I'm going to turn it over to introduce Carlin and Alyssa. Would you guys take a moment to introduce yourselves and tell us your title and role with Minithon?
I'm Alyssa. I'm the head of the business committee in Minithon.
And I'm Carlin Small. I'm the overall head.
Great. Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time to talk to us today. It was really exciting for us at Activate Phoenixville to join forces with Minithon, and we have been so amazed and impressed and inspired by what you guys have done in this school. And I think the larger community needs to know all about that. So can you first just start by telling us how did you guys get involved with Minithon? How did that all get started here at Phoenixville High School?
Well, Minithon started my sophomore year. Basically, I went to a leadership conference at the end of the year, and there was a man, one of our facilitators there was a Penn State alumni, and he came and he had this whole big presentation set up for us, and it was kind of crazy. It was really emotional, and it was about this organization called Thon, which is at Penn State, and I don't know. It was just something that's really hard to explain, because it happens very rarely with presentations like he did. So he shows that presentation, and I came out of that conference thinking, well, that's something that would be really, really good to do. And so I came to the school and I searched around for facilitators, and Mr. Tauskas was one of my favorite teachers, so of course I asked him. and then I remember we just got a few more other students interested over the summer, like like Elise and Jamie, and a few other people. We had a meeting over the summer, and that year when we came back junior year, that's when it really took off.
Okay.
And that's when we really started everything.
And so what exactly do you do during Minithon? What's the kind of idea of it, for those that don't know?
Minithon is a 12-hour dance-a-thon.
Okay.
And basically, you just have to stay on your feet the whole night and awake.
All night.
Yes.
8 a.m. to 8, or 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. correct?
Yes. So
Good
there's
job,
a
guys.
lot of activities going on. Usually we start off with a dance. So this year we actually started off with our line dance, which is how we commemorate every single hour. So we were lucky enough to have Jamie Connors choreograph the whole thing, along with a couple of other of her friends that were helping out in her committee. So then what next we did was we had a DJ play for a while. So we all just hung out and danced, just do what normal high school kids do, just had a bunch of fun.
Yeah.
And then we would have a bunch of other things going on throughout the rest of the night. We had meals, we made cards for the children with cancer, we had dodgeball going on, we had floor hockey. Basically anything we could do to stay awake is what we did.
Yes. Yes.
And your meals, I feel like that's an important. Where were we? You want to keep talking, or you want me to?
Just restart the question that you were about to ask when we stopped you.
I don't remember what that was. Okay.
If you can't remember, just move on to the next
Okay.
question.
Yeah, I remember.
Meals.
I know you guys mentioned you had food there, and it was donated through the Chester County Food Bank. Is that correct?
Yes, yes. That was huge.
Yeah.
It was actually kind of funny. We were a little concerned about our meals for a little bit. And luckily, Norman, he had a contact with the Chester County Food Bank, and he came back and he said, hey, all the meals are taken care of. And That was really huge, and we are extremely thankful to the Chester County Food Bank, because without that, it would have made our lives a lot more stressful before the event. And the other thing was McDonald's donated 400 chicken nuggets, which was huge, because that took care of one of the in-between meals. So that was pretty awesome.
Neat.
Yes. And every dancer gets breakfast, lunch, dessert, and dinner.
Oh, that's a lot of eating.
Yeah.
For how many kids participated in it this year?
101.
101.
Yeah,
Okay. And the money all goes to where?
It goes to the Four Diamonds Fund. So basically what that is that a little boy, actually, a few years back, he was actually going through a form of pediatric cancer. So in order to both mentally and physically fight this disease, he wrote a story about a knight that was trying to collect the 4 diamonds, which were all attributes that he believed that were necessary to fight cancer. So I actually have them on my 4 diamonds necklace here. It's courage, wisdom, honesty, and strength. So he went through the story, the knight went through the story, he collected all those diamonds. At the end of the day, he defeated the evil wizard, which symbolized cancer. Unfortunately, that child did lose his battle with cancer, which was really sad. But his parents made that charity out of his story, and it's just continued today, and we're really happy to donate to that.
Yes. The children who are under the 4 Diamonds Fund, where the families don't see a bill. They cover whatever insurance doesn't cover. So it takes a lot of stress off the process of dealing with cancer.
Dealing with cancer, absolutely.
Yes. So.
I know. Well, after you guys have worked so hard and pulled off such an incredible event, I'm wondering, what would you like the community to know about what you young people have done in Phoenixville and how this impacts sort of your worldview and how you look at service?
Well, I think what the community can learn from Minithon is that there are some really good ways to go about your life and have fun and also help people. And it's something that is really simple, but I think it's kind of looked past in our society quite a bit. And I think when you have organizations and you have events like Minithon, like Thon, any type of charity where they mix having fun with helping people, that's something that it reminds people that while life is fun, life comes with pain, and we need to remember that. And I think that's just a big thing for people to remember and keep in mind.
It's beautifully stated. The pain and the beauty going hand in hand, and they're always going to be there, right? And finding a way to make that come together. That's beautiful. Thanks, Carolyn. Elisa, did you have anything?
I would just have to say that anyone can help. It doesn't matter what age you are. You can be in grade school, you can be in middle school, you can be in high school, you can be an adult, you can be any age, and you can still help people. There's no limit to what you can do to help people. You're only limited by your own mind, and if you can destroy those barriers within your own mind, I honestly believe that you can do anything, and Minithon is just one example of that.
Well, in 12 hours, you guys raised $12,500. Is that right? Or is that
well, it wasn't in 12 hours. It wasn't in 12 hours. It was a couple of months. But yes, we did raise $12,500. Yes. So.
Well, that is a testament to the fact that you guys can do anything. So thank you so much, both of you, for being here. And we're going to bring in a couple of your other cohorts from Minithon leadership team. And I really appreciate you sharing your story with us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, debris heading towards our comm satellite. Impact may cut off communications with ground forces.
Launch avoidance maneuver. "20 kilometers in closing."
Collision averted, sir. All objects are accounted for.
Good job.
Learn more at airforce.com.
And we're back with the two other leaders from Minithon here at Phoenixville Area High School. We've got Elise Phillips and Jamie Connors, and we're so glad to have you guys. Welcome, and thank you for coming to talk to us.
Thank you for having us.
Sure. Well, congratulations again on a wonderful, wonderful event. Was wondering if you guys could share with me a little bit more about some of the highlights of the event for you. What sort of really stood out in your mind as meaningful to this experience?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I was the head of the dance committee this year, so I was in charge of making the line dance, and Carlin was so nice as to make the rap for it, which it sounds like a rap, but it's a little more of a speak-sing thing that we do. And so basically what I did was I put choreography to it, and the line dance just is a culmination of the year's activities that have happened. I know that we had talked about the royal baby and things that have happened over the year, the polar vortex, and we put that in our line dance with some very silly dance moves. And I think that one of the best parts of the night for me probably was because I put so much work into it, to see all of the kids and 101 kids all standing there singing this rap that, you know, Carlin had wrote and that I had put choreography to. That was just an awesome feeling, and you know, one I won't forget for a while.
And it kind of speaks to how you can take any hobby or talent that you have and tie it into this service event.
Definitely.
Maybe you wouldn't think that choreography is part of it, but
here
it is.
Yeah, and I definitely enjoyed also the fact that we could bring so many different groups together in our school, because I know that, you know, high school is known for all the cliques, but that evening it didn't matter what group you were in. You were all there for the same reason. We were all there to beat pediatric cancer, and I thought that was just so important too.
That's a really important sentiment, and what we hope to do in our town as well. Tear down those walls.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you. What about you, Elise?
For me, I was head of the events committee, so it was really seeing every aspect of Minithon and the night of coming together. So seeing that everyone was enjoying the activities we had planned and the meals that we had and seeing everything logistically go well was probably the highlight for me.
Huge. That was a lot of work.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Great. And I know you all had a lot of help and support from various segments of the community. Was there anyone that we haven't mentioned yet that was part of it?
Well, Apex, the Federal Credit Union here at the high school, was a great help to us. They supplied a lot of the banners and things that we hung around the community, as well as our time on Phantom TV. So they really helped get the word out about us, and they're helping us actually make a banner to culminate what we did this year, and we'll be hanging that around the school as well.
Oh, great.
We also had PCEF, the Phoenixville Community Education Foundation. They donated all of the money to buy our t-shirts. So the beautiful blue t-shirts that you see around were all donated by them, so we're very excited that we could have that as our sponsors. And we'd also like to give a shout out to our assistant principal, Mr. Gilly, who put an awful lot of work into it last year, and this year, unfortunately, he couldn't put as much work into it. He's had a very busy schedule, but he was there and he stood all 12 hours with us, and he was getting exhausted playing dodgeball, but he kept a smile on his face, so
that's something.
we're very thankful.
That's
for
really
him.
something.
Yeah.
Well, I know I wanted to mention how appreciative Activate Phoenixville was too. I wanted to thank you guys so much. You all put together 500 of these kits at 4 a.m.
We did.
So I'm sure you remember, barely, bleary-eyed. And we were really nervous about how we could get all of that done as we envisioned this project, and you guys came through for us in a huge way.
Yeah, it's good to keep our minds
you.
off of the fact that we were up for so long.
Your knees were shaking.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
As you guys think about Minithon and your involvement at the high school, and how you all are connected in a greater way to the fight against pediatric cancer and getting folks active, what do you want to kind of tell the community about what they can do in terms of, you know, getting active and being part of something larger than themselves, like you all were with Minithon?
Well, Minithon isn't just the students here at the high school. It's our teachers, faculty, advisors, and then it even goes beyond that to PCEF and Apex and our friends and family, neighborhoods. So it's really anyone in the community can be a part of it, whether it be come and watch us at Community Hour, which we will have in the morning again next year, or help us with their business, so donate food or time or really anything. So it's more the community as a whole bringing us together than it just is a high school event.
Excellent. Wonderful. Well, thank you guys. I really appreciate your time and talents. And I also just wanted to mention, if you want to be part of Phoenixville Walks Coast to Coast and meet more of the Minithon students and learn more about their work, we have a big event coming up on April 5th to kick off everything. It's going to be at the Phoenixville Area Middle School, and it's called the Phoenixville Family Fit Fest. All of the elementary school phys ed and health teachers in the district have been coming together to put on an amazing event. There's going to be music, food, activities, and we're all going to simultaneously click our pedometers and watch a video of Norman starting his journey. And it's just a time for us all to come together, as you guys have described, be together, celebrate the power of working together as a community, getting diverse people together. And it's going to be a really fun day. So mark your calendars for April 5th at 11:30 at Phoenixville Area Middle School. So thank you guys so much for your time and being here.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
And we look forward to talking to you again.
Absolutely.